would it make a difference if she was like protesting and like fighting for black rights?
No.
Okay, cool.
Next question.
Just no.
No, I don't think it would. I think it's just like there's so much that comes with being black that like you stand it's that you can't empathize with black people. Like you have to live that shit to understand what a day-to-day life is. So even if you're protesting, you're still posing as something you're not. You're still going to go and get that job without having to try too hard.
What would it, like, in this crazy scenario that would never happen because of whatever, what would be the scenario to where she did this and it was okay? What would have, like, where would the stars have to align for that to be the case? Is there one?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Because I always go back to, like, the Lance Armstrong thing where he made, like, how much money for, like, charities and did all these good causes.
But
and then
cheated.
Yeah, but then he cheated. Like, they found out that he cheated and did, like, this fucked up shit. Like, does it really matter at that point that he cheated? Like, he did all this good stuff.
The fucking Chappelle joke on Bill Cosby. He saves, but he rapes.
Yeah.
Like, what's
but
more...
Like, I feel like cheating and blackfishing, like cheating is like, okay, you're kind of a dick. Blackfishing is like, you're really making money off of shit that like black people don't get that.
What if she was donating all that money, like all of it, to like a charity or something?
Okay, Mark Corner, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Put your hands up, nigga. Put your hands up. Ooh, she moving.
I learned this from BET.
They gonna cancel your ass after this.
This is the last podcast you'll see.
That's right. I'm gonna start blackfishing. Catch me on. Call me.
Say something.
What?
Say something right now.
I can't think of a black version of my name.
Call me Marcus.
Oh yeah, Marcus. That was right there. Damn it. I missed it.
It was right there.
It's
He's
just like 2 more letters.
What's a black name?
Dwayne? Dwayne's one. Call me Dwayne.
Funny thing is really not. It's like more white people have my name than niggas. That's just
Wrestlers.
crazy. Yeah, and wrestlers. Oh, speaking of cultural appropriation, that nigga. But we gonna get on him. But sorry, continue.
Because I always try to think of a scenario that would never happen because it would have to be someone completely like selfish and doing like this fucked up shit for a good reason, which no one ever does fucked up shit for a good reason.
But why? Like, okay, let's use your scenario. Let's say she's making.
We're basically just talking about the Rachel Dolezal chick, by the way. So.
Right. Okay. Let's say she's making tons of money. Who are we talking about? Rachel or the?
No, he's talking about the model, but I'm like the way he's positioning it. We're basically talking about the Rachel
okay.
chick.
Let's talk about the model, and then we'll go back to Rachel. What's the point of posing as a black person to do, like, why not just do it as a white person? Which is what Rachel could have done and would have probably been so successful and even like more famous for something good, where we'd like an ally because we need allies, you know? So what's the point of donating all this shit when, like, just do it as yourself. Don't do it as this fucking Instagram influencer that looks black and isn't.
I want to say it's because, like, I'm going to use a simplified version of this. Like, if I went out without a hat and I got no attention, but then I went out with a hat and I got all this attention and it was just the hat that changed. I feel like it's just one of those accidental things that she was just like, oh, I'm going to try this and see what happens. Well, it wasn't like an accident because it takes time to do all that shit.
A whole bunch
like,
of time.
She tried it one day and then she saw that, like, oh, I got to, like, this is making me pop. So...
But then she's really not popping if she has to go through all this shit. You know what I mean? Like, if I had to leave the house with a fucking cake face full of makeup on every day and got attention, that's the only way I got attention. I'm obviously not that pretty if I can't leave the house without fucking makeup on.
You don't know half the girls in this city, do you?
But that's it. Like, you're not... If you can't do it
still
as
fuck.
you... Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
We all look the same in the dark, right?
So disgusting. Oh my
find something to grab and thrust away.
I don't discriminate against you
now
ugly bitches.
Mark and Dwayne's sex life. Just as long as the lights
the
are
old
off.
switcheroo. God damn it. So I'm just saying, like, even if you weren't, like, I get it, like, you weren't you. Like, even if, like, you can't pop off being yourself, but you could pop off being this thing that you created that's like you, whatever.
This is basically just celebrities. We're talking about.
Yeah, like, so if you created this character, this persona, and you pop off with that, and you do all this good stuff, and it just so happens to be you get caught blackfishing, like, oh, this person was white the whole time. Like, how much good do you have to do to where, like, that doesn't really matter? And I only bring this up because someone recently told me this. I did not fact check this, but the Nazi scientist that created the gas chambers was also the person that figured out how to take nitrogen and put it back into soil so that you keep reusing the soil, like the nutrients, all that crap. And they said without that, the planet would only be able to sustain like 3 to 4 billion people. And we're way past that. So we would have been like a dead planet or a dead race.
But
if it wasn't for that guy.
He created the gas chambers. Was it his choice to put people in it?
Yeah. So like the Nazis, like they created it for that reason, to kill a whole bunch of Jewish people. So by like if you're looking at just numbers wise, he has saved way more lives than he's killed.
But that doesn't make him any less of a murderer.
He won a Nobel Prize.
But it doesn't make him any less of a
No,
murderer.
yeah, it doesn't. But that's the thing. It's just like
right.
like his thing like with the nitrogen was so good that they gave him a fucking Nobel Prize. Like
Dwayne loves all the Jews. Tell you that right.
You know what I mean? But it's like at what point like does any of that stuff matter? Does any of that stuff, you know, like how much good do you have to do before you're like the really horrible bad shit like doesn't matter anymore?
I mean, if you want to go all in, if you're talking about Nazis, I mean, the way we like fight today, war is all we just followed Hitler's blueprints. If you want to be honest, but no one's gonna say it.
Propaganda. What is that? What? Propaganda. Wow. I kept wanting to say propaganda.
But it's from like propaganda to blitzkrieg and everything. He created the style of war that we fight today, which is sneak attacks and doing it whatever the fuck I want to do it. And because back before him, it was all official. Excuse me, sir. I'm going to come to your doorstep and we're gonna have nah. He was like, fuck all that. You ain't get no warning. Take all these bombs. Suck my dick. It's over. And then that's what we do now. So without him, like this doesn't exist. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, and that's like I want to like. It's just how much. I guess that's really the question I'm asking is how much good do you have to do before like this bad stuff doesn't.
I guess I'm wondering like, you're doing all this good, but you're still a bad person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't. I feel like it doesn't matter because it's not real. Like you're not a really good person that's doing good shit. I feel like you're a fucked up person that's doing good shit to get by or to get praise or whatever the case is. Like, I don't think that came from a good place. So I feel like but that's the thing, if it did come from a good place, she wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's just like kind of food for thought because there's really no answer to it.
There's an answer. You're a piece of shit.
I was just gonna say that when it comes to that scenario or whatever, her doing whatever she's doing, so let's just keep the same scenario, and she's doing it as posing as a black female or whatever, or black woman. Whatever she's doing, posing as a black woman, not only is she taking an opportunity from an actual black woman, but she could have done twice the good as a white woman, just speaking and like pretty much advocating this as a white woman for black people. So it doesn't like her doing it as a black woman, like it's cool, but she's not black one, and it still didn't equate what she could have done. Like it's the same thing if you take the whole Colin Kaepernick thing and how like when he did what he did and he took his stance and everything, it was like niggas would back him up and they were like, yeah, we support you. We're also not gonna, we don't fuck this anthem. We're gonna kneel and do all this shit, or we're not gonna come out and all this stuff, right? All we really wanted, like what would have changed this whole narrative, let a Tom Brady or an Aaron Rodgers would have been like, you know what? I'm with him. Donald Trump, he can't say shit no more or whatever because you have one of the faces of this league who is white, who was like, nah, I stand with him. Now what?
Yeah.
But because no one did it, this is why the backlash that came from it because anyone who was like to white people or to white America who was like, oh my God, Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees, whoever. All like this is why I really like shit like that is trash because all you niggas, you make money off of niggas. Like niggas help you get to these positions, but then when niggas want some help, you sit back and you like, nah, man, I can't do it. Like, that's going to mess up my brand. That's going to mess up whatever. And I'm like, that's the stuff that's crazy because I can't think of how it's like these people sit in huddles with you or they sit. Like, y'all talk to each other every day. You see them and then you could have said something and you didn't. And like, so I put it on the same level as that. So her being white, she could have did way more good doing the same exact thing than her posing as someone black and doing whatever she did, which is why the Rachel Dolezal thing, while it's great, she did all that stuff and she was trying to advocate for black people. She would have done way more if she just would have been white. She couldn't have changed shit. I know a whole bunch of white people who live around here who act like black people anyway, and they're accepted. Like you don't have to you don't have to change nothing. We don't care how you look, honestly.
Yeah.
Back to my point, she would have got fucked either way. She was thick.